Hey everyone, this is Wade from Flow-Tube Fanatics and FishFinderMounts.com. This is our humble little shop here where we do all of our assembly work for all of our customers, our lovely, wonderful customers out there in the world. And why I am here today is I wanted to show you everybody that is looking for a little direction and how to put some of our mounts together. If they want to modify them or whatever, I'm going to show you how we actually put our 5 amp hour boat mount product together. So I'm going to take this, and you can see here in the actual lid there are some pre-drilled holes. They're not drilled all the way through, but they're like a pilot hole, if you will. So these are hex head patterns right here. And of course, once these holes are drilled, you'll insert your 1/4-20 hex head bolt through this. It's a 1/4 inch hole that we're going to drill here. So we're going to take it over to our trusty rusty drill press. Now, don't get me wrong here, we can also use a regular hand drill as well. Much of the hole is already drilled, so you're going to be fine in drilling your own hole with a drill press here. But we're going to use, or without a drill press, I mean, with a hand drill here. But we're going to use a drill press since we have them here. And most of our mounts use the outside hex bolt. When you're putting on a U2 plate here, a 4.5 inch by 4.5 inch mounting plate, you're going to want this hole here inside and closest to the edge of the box, drilled. So we're going to drill that one out right now. Here we go. Slide underneath the drill press. We're going to let the drill center itself and pop that through. And that is done. So essentially, what you would see in the end is, as I was showing you already with a 1/4-20 bolt, is you would press your bolt in there nicely, and it presses in. And then once you put your rubber washer, you'll have this in your kit when you get it, and you put your U2 plate on, you will put your T-knob or thumb knob on top of that and fasten it on to suck that in, and it's a really nice tight fit. You can see it won't drop out right now the way it is. So we'll just move on in the assembly. I just showed you that precursorily speaking. The next thing what we'll do is we'll actually put this box together. I've actually pre-marked the center of the box here on this side, because this is where we're going to put our cable hole for power. The battery's going to be in this box, and we're going to put our power, drill a little power hole, and we use a number, what drill was it again, Al? Number 3 drill or a number
26?
A 26, number 26 drill, which is about a 1/8 drill, would you say, or somewhere in that region. And that suits most production, most market, small market, or like most of the consumer fish finders on the market today. But ultimately, there are new fish finders coming out, like the HDI series from Lawrence, that have thicker diameter cables. And in those cases, we try to drill them for our customers if our customers let us know. If they do not, though, do not fear drilling a bigger hole than what's already there. But we're going to show you quickly. We take these 2 bolts here. Make sure that your lid and your battery base of the box, at least these 2 holes where these screws are actually put in place. We keep it on the lowest torque possible when you're doing this, because you don't need anything more. And it's nice and safe on the threads inside the plastic here, the PVC plastic. We've got it together. So, again, you can do this with a hand drill. It's no problem. But we're going to do it with a drill press, since we have a drill press here. That's what we do for our customers when we are making their mounts, as you can see. So I've pre-marked. You can use a ruler. We have a little veneer here that we just use to get the middle detent of the box marked out. And then I've got some pencil mark there. And we just put it on here on this little plastic plate. We line it up over here, right in the middle. We turn on the drill press. And we just pop her through, and that gives the box the hole for the power cable to get into. But it also this hole acts as a strain relief again. So when you have your a strain relief is such that when your cable is in here, it's a pressed fit, so that it's very hard to yank this out just by sudden jerking, or you maybe drop it, or you grab onto the cable suddenly or whatever. It won't just yank out. So a lot of our customers, sometimes they'll strip their wire too far and they'll just have their their black and white cable in there. It should really be the jacketing over the black and white cable that should be in there. That's the right way to do it. That's the best way to do it. It still works other ways, but this is the best way. So we're going to take that off.
Just use the red one. Use the red one.
It's okay. We're going to take that off here. And we're going to take our 5 amp hour battery here that comes fully charged when we ship it to our customers. And what we have here, I'm going to take these off first. These are actually fast-on crimp connects that are just the right size. I think it's it's 22 to 16 gauge terminal, and it just slips on nicely onto these blades. We include 4 of these in each of our kit. 4 because if you ever mess up when you're doing it, you've got 2 more that you can put on there in case you make a mistake. And so again, this is what they look like, and we always put 2 more in the box when we send it to the customer. So this is actually a 5 amp hour box mount for boats. And so we'll take our gunnel clamp. It's a nice high quality machined aluminum extrusion clamp that goes around specific for boats, for gunnels. And you can see there's a relief here, so it reaches over to this side a lot more. This is actually a 2-inch gap here, and we actually machine these very nice gunnel, we call them scuff guards, onto here so that you don't scratch your boat. If you're taking these onto rental boats or anything, that will protect the rental boat. So no owner of the marina or the rental boat fleet will be upset with you because you've got these nice guards. And if you're picky about your own boat, you've got the nice guards there for that purpose as well. So we're going to take our chamfered 1/4 screws. A lot of our stuff is using standard sizes that you can find in your Home Depots or your hardware stores across North America. So you should be able to find something that suffices. If you lose anything or you want to do a little bit of a modification, we're using a lot of the common stuff that you can find anywhere today. So you take this guy, and we're going to put this guy, we're going to line the holes up in here. Try to keep it in the light for the customers here. There we go. We're going to line it up, and we're just going to get it pre-threaded in. Now, one of the things I want to say while I'm doing this is that this C-clamp or this gunnel clamp can be positioned this way, or you can take it off and you can position it the other way. Maybe you want it on the right side of your gunnel or in your boat, and you want this to be in the interior of your boat, the T-knob, because it's easier to reach it that way. So you put it on that side. Maybe you want it on this side. Maybe you want the cables to be away from you because they're going to be wrapped around into these nice machine slots. You're going to use your cable ties here, and you're going to take all those cables that come with the fish finders, and you're going to create a nice little round group or bunch of those cables, and you're going to put them next to this, and you're going to cinch them on with these nice cable ties we provide with the kits. So that is an excellent solution for our customers. People have been really happy with that. And I'm just going to fasten this down. Again, you can adjust it. You can take it apart and you can adjust it yourself in the future. So we're just going to tighten this down. Simple as that. So now you've got your nice, strong gunnel clamp battery box base here right now. We've drilled the power cable notch here. So you're going to lay your battery into the base here. Now when we put it together, we're going to include these 2 extras with it. So just in case you guys need the extra mulligan, if you will, it's in there for you. And at this point, this is where we would seal this whole system up and then package it for our customers. But I'm going to take it a step further and actually show you the assembly itself. So here we're going to take, now that we've drilled out our 1/4 hole in the top, and we're ready to put on our swivel plate, you, the customer, our friend the customer, is going to want to press their 1/4 bolt in the top. Just like I alluded to earlier, I'm going to show you the operation right now. There you can see it drilled out, and it's a press fit, so there's no nut drivers or anything needed. Everything can be done by hand. So I just press that in. It's stuck on there now. we're going to take our rubber washer, we're going to take our swivel plate here, we're going to take our T-knob, and we're going to put that on. So I'm just going to, I've got this on now, so I'm just going to bolt this on here. Now if there's a bit of a gap, it's because the screw hasn't been pressed in all the way, but once you tighten everything down, it will be pressed in all the way. So we'll get our screws ready here. And we will make sure that they're matched up nicely. You can take your time doing it, don't have to rush. And you can see the gap has disappeared now because it has pressed the nice press fit 1/4 screw that you see sticking out of here, your bolt. It's pressed it right into that recessed channel or hex pattern. So we're going to now take our nice 4.5 by 4.5 mounting swivel plate. Now I want to draw your attention to this 4.5 by 4.5 inch swivel plate. If you can bring the camera closer, you can see that there are pre-drilled hole patterns for most or many of the popular fish finders that exist on the market today. But one of the things I want to say is that we don't have all the holes for every fish finder in the world right now. We have most of the common popular ones, but there are going to be ones that some of our customers will. We had a customer recently with an Echo 50 DV. We don't have those patterns yet. It's a gimbal bracket style as well. So you're going to maybe need to drill into this plastic. That's okay. This plastic is very, very tough. You can see it's actually very, very thick plastic. And what you want to do when you're doing that kind of stuff is you'll take your bolt. We include 4 of these small self-tapping stainless steel screws here in our kits. So you, the customer, would search for your drill bit that you would need to be super scientific about it. But what I'm recommending is at least what you do is you take a drill bit that you think is close to the same diameter size but slightly smaller, and you'd look at it and you'd eye it up and you'd see, oh yeah, the screw looks a little bit larger than that drill bit, and you can roll it between your fingers and get the feel. If the screw feels somewhat larger, a little bit larger than the drill bit, that's probably a good drill bit size. If it feels a lot larger, that's probably not the best. And if the drill bit's larger, then that's definitely not what you want. So make sure that the drill bit's close to the size but somewhat smaller, a little bit smaller, and then you can go ahead and put your gimbal bracket, put your mounting post onto the plate, and you can use that, mark those holes off or those patterns, and then drill them in. Hopefully you can find 1 or 2 holes here in those cases where there isn't the exact pattern you need here that you can leverage off of what we've got here already, but if not, don't worry. Just drill those holes out and you'll be good to go. So I'm just going to put this 4.5 by 4.5 inch swivel plate on here, and you can see now, as we call it, our swivel plate. You can swivel that around nicely, and the rubber washer allows for compression, so it locks it down nicely for the customer whenever they've decided on what detent they want their fish finder to be at. So that is our box mount, our battery box mount for our boat mounting system, and that is the assembly of how that goes together. I don't have the fish finder here, so I can't show you exactly how the fish finder goes on, but again, I did show you guys, the customers, our friends, that when you want to put your cables in a nice tight little ranged bunch, you can use these cable ties here and put them in and wrap this around, and it'll manage your cables. You can see our videos on YouTube. Check out Flow Tube Fanatics, search us on YouTube. We have a channel there with tons of videos on there to help out, and we have a lot of other things you can see on our websites. It directs you to a lot of other sites and links we've got for all of our products. So this is Wade from Flow Tube Fanatics and FishfinderMounts.com. You can call us at 1-855-784-3474, and you can email us at sales@flowtubefanatics.com, and give us a call today to get your perfect fish finder mounting solution. Thanks everyone.